Hey, this is John Carlos, and I'm here with a look at the Disney Store exclusive Diamond Select Ant-Man Marvel Select action figure. What makes the Disney Store exclusive figure different is this head. The regular figure comes with just this head, but the Disney Store one comes with the alternate head. The rest of the accessories are all the same. Now, going in for a closer look at this figure, I think they did a great job with the overall sculpt and design of it. In my ongoing fight of who does it better, Hasbro or Diamond Select, I gotta give it up to Diamond Select on this one. The Hasbro figure's head was, not totally accurate to the final film's helmet, but also, even though that one had stronger articulation, this one's sculpt and overall design of the costume, they just nail it better. The wrinkling of the fabric looks good, but the translation of the design into figure form, the red looks good, the gray areas look good, like all the silver lining. And then you get to like his boots and just like the silver panels that kind of, well, the gray panels that kind of line the edge here, the red sections that are sculpted in and then painted really cleanly. There's really, really clean paint on this figure, so I'm really happy about that. The grooves, all these little red sections that are cut deeper into the figure look great. And again, the wrinkling of all the fabrics looks good. And his belt looks awesome. I think they did a great job sculpting that overall design that goes across, and then the red sections where the pin particles go in and all that look really good. Also, his chest has some shading to it, just like it kind of does in the film, so it's a brighter red towards the middle, and then it kind of fades to a darker red. And then the little details at the neck look really good. The little red dotted paint spots, the sculpt along his arms, the little gauntlets, the inside of his hands with the red. Really good work. Now, the head is interesting. It doesn't totally look like Paul Rudd, but I will say this, you get it. Diamond Select isn't always great with likenesses, and I think it is kind of hard to get a likeness in a 6-inch or 7-inch scale figure. And with this, it's not 100% there, but you know what? You do look at it and go, is that supposed to be Paul Rudd? Alright, I get it. It looks kind of like Paul Rudd. The hair is good. The eyes look good. Be on the lookout for some wonky paint jobs on the lips. A lot of the pink paint on the lips did not turn out right, and some of the scruff around his mouth can get a little wonky. Now let's take a closer look at his accessories. One of his accessories is this, a little Ant-Man figure, which is appropriate because he's freaking Ant-Man. He turns small, so it's great that they give you a small little figure to have. And this figure looks great. Like, it's got a surprising amount of paint detail considering its size. Not just on the helmet, but the chest, the silver lining, the red dots on the belt. Geez, this turned out great. I really like it. Even the little shoulder pieces, but this is a cool little figure. There's no articulation on it, but it is a cool little figurine, and I dig that. He also comes with these little kind of relaxed-y grip hands, because the figure starts out with fist hands, and he's got these more like intense grasp hands, and I do think that the red lining inside is good. Now, technically, this is an accessory. It's just, his helmet, but we'll take a closer look at it here. You can see the red paint strong, especially the little dotting on the sides. The eyeball area, like the gray lining and then the red, looks pretty good. It gets a little gloppy there, but I picked out the best Paul Rudd head and one of the better helmets I saw. But the dark gray in between the silver sections look really good, and the sculpt on this is just fantastic. Now let's take off this handsome son of a gun's head and pop on the other head and see how easy that goes on, or not. Oh, that's pretty darn easy. Now he's got these little cables here in the back that connect to a little hole in the back of his head there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Well, they're not that long though. Like, they go in, but they don't. There you go. See, like that. And I think it looks pretty good. Now, in trying to pose this figure, he does have decent articulation with the hinged ankle, double knee, mid-thigh cut, the swinging and swinging forward and side to side waist joints. He's got the cut at the waist and a cut at the chest, so that's cool. And then he's got the swiveling shoulder, the single hinge elbow, and the swiveling wrist with the hinge that goes inward. And that elbow does rotate. And the double ball joint head, ball at the bottom, ball at the top. But despite all that, you can't get him in any really strong poses because he doesn't have like a cut in the chest that comes forward. So if you want to get him some kind of cool lungy squatting action poses where he's leaning down, you can only do it at the waist and not at the chest. So that's kind of limiting. So again, Hasbro kind of has the advantage when it comes to articulation, but this one has the advantage when it comes to sculpt and paint. And that includes the head, which I think they did a great job with the actual overall kind of gray tone, where it's not totally clean. There's these little kind of scratchy kind of darker gray marks, so it's not a pristine helmet. I think it's a great little detail. The wrist pegs work really good too. The hands were very easy to pull out and the alternate hands were very easy to put in. And I gotta say, on the whole, I'm pretty happy with this figure. The likeness of Paul Rudd is pretty decent, but it's 27 bucks. That's the retail price, and I don't think this figure is worth 27 bucks. But having said that, if you can, get it on sale or something, I don't know. It's a really good figure with a pretty solid sculpt and a really great paint job. To me, it's got the advantage over the Hasbro figure just in the design department alone. And I think the alternate Paul Rudd head adds a lot to the character. Because while that helmet is iconic and stuff, I like the fact that you can have him holding his helmet. And Paul Rudd is a major star of the film, and it's nice to highlight his head in figure form. I dig this a lot. Thanks for watching.